And now joining me, we have Aaron from Blowing Rock Parks and Recreation, and we're going to talk about summer camp today, which is a very exciting topic. But before we get into that, go ahead and tell our viewers a little bit about Blowing Rock Parks and Rec.
Well, Blowing Rock Parks and Rec, we have a lot of responsibilities. Not just summer day camp, we also do have the only public swimming pool in Watauga County. And of course, if you want to join, it's fun times.
That time of year.
Yeah, exactly. And we also work with a lot of other parks. We have Memorial Park, Broy Hill Park, so we have a lot of weddings, a lot of reunions. So we are busy. This is going to be the busy time of year, and it's going to be hard to find us in the office about now.
Absolutely, I would imagine so. Now, the only public swimming pool in Watauga County, that's kind of a big deal.
Yes, it is. We have from all over, from Lenore, comes up. We have a lot of people from Boone. We have app students come in. I mean, we have all kinds of people. It's always busy, so it's always a fun time.
Now, I'm going to have to come check it out. I used to have a pool at my apartment complex, but then I moved, and now I don't. So you might see me at the pool this summer.
Yeah.
Good. Now, summer day camp.
Yes.
Talk with me a little bit about how you guys do this.
Well, it's an 8-week program. And what we do is we are very unique in our camp because we split it up into 3 different groups. We have K through 1, 2nd and 3rd grade, and then our 4th, 5th, and 6th grade group.
Okay.
So those are separate groups. So we have 3 different groups doing 3 different things all day long. But what's very special about our camp is that we like to take our kids on field trips. So our 2nd through 6th graders, we take them places. So this year we're going to take them to Grandfather Mountain. We're also going to take them to the New River, and we also get to go whitewater rafting.
Wow.
We found a new trampoline house around, so they're going to go to that. So we have a lot of different activities, and that's not just all of them. We have plenty more. But our K through 1, we like to keep them within our facility, but we like to bring people to them. So we have a balloon artist coming. We have educational series for all our kids. So we work with our local police and fire department, and they do a lot of fun activities with our kids. So those are kind of like our field trips that we do. So we like to kind of offer other things for them. And we also have pool time twice a week. So of course we get to enjoy that. And also we try to keep going hikes to our local parks like Price Lake, Bass Lake. We also take them down to Glen Burnie Trail and just, go around town and, meet all kinds of people and just let them be open to the community also.
Very neat. Yes. Now, it sounds like this takes a lot of planning and organization. Who plans all of this?
I do.
Okay.
Yes. So I started in about February to start looking for fitting in our budget and planning and making sure those days are open and make sure it doesn't conflict with other things. And so it's been a long process, but it's always a fun process.
Well, it sounds like a great time. I would like to come to summer day camp.
Yes.
Sounds like so much fun.
Bring on. Bring on.
Now, talk with us a little bit about how registration and all of that works.
Well, there's a couple ways you can do it. You can go to our website at townofblowingrock.com, and then usually on our right side of our website we have a special place for announcements, and it should say summer day camp registration. Or also you can come by our office in downtown Blowing Rock and just pick up a registration. You can even fill it out in my office. I'll chit-chat with you, no problem. And if you're out of town, you can always print it off online and either fax it in or mail it in. So there's multiple ways, and we try to make it as easy as possible.
Sounds great. Now, do you sign up for the entire 8 weeks at a time, and then if you're on vacation, how do things like that work?
We also, in our section of our registration, we have multiple weeks that you can check and say, okay, I want this week, this week, this week.
Okay.
And we'll put them in that week. But if you decide that you want to do all summer, and you say, oh, well, this week I don't want to come by, that's perfectly fine. So what you like to do is you can put a down payment on 1 week, but sign up for the whole week, and then just pay as you go. So just in case that does happen.
Okay, so week by week.
Yes.
It's good, because sometimes in the summers, things come up, so.
The beach and everything.
Yeah,
so.
It's a hard life in the summer.
Exactly.
Now, talk with me about some of the benefits of a child going to summer camp as opposed to maybe just hanging out around the house or not having something quite as structured to do.
Well, it's a good way for them to socialize with other kids that, they might be at school, they go to school with them, so that's more time with your friends. Or, we do have a lot of people that come from out of town from Florida, so it's a good way for them to kind of meet new kids and be in a new environment. And it just gets them out of the house because we are a very well-known town within North Carolina, even Boone, but we have a lot to offer, so it gives them the opportunity to experience hiking, experience swimming, experience just local towns, and we are very community-based and very locally based, so everybody gets involved, so it gives them an opportunity to just have new adventures.
Definitely. And I think the field trips sound like so much fun.
It's a
Is that a
blast.
new thing you guys are doing? Or?
Nope, we've always
Okay.
done it.
It's been around
Always
for a
done
while.
it.
Now, how long has summer day camp been going on?
Oh, I think since 1975.
Wow.
So it's been, or 1985. It's been a while.
Okay.
But so we always, and with me, I like to try to bring in new traditions every year. So we'll do themed weeks. We'll do, Jersey Day and Color Day, and just so that it can get the kids involved in camp and kind of connect with other kids and even the counselors.
One of my best friends works at a recreation center back in Raleigh, so all of this sounds very familiar. She's
Yes.
always telling me about all of this stuff that's coming up
Yes.
in the summer and the theme weeks. And talk about that a little bit.
Well, it's going to be a new thing that I'm going to incorporate. But how our camp works is I give the freedom to our counselors. So the week before, we'll sit down for 3 days, and they'll plan camp for themselves, for their group. So I give them the freedom to do what they want, but what I do is I put in the field trips and the swimming time. So I'm going to tell my counselors to kind of incorporate, safari week or sports
Right.
week or something, so that you can kind of plan activities around that. So it kind of gives kids to look forward to something, and I have this fun costume that I would like to wear next week.
Yeah.
So superhero day or something. So something new that I would like to incorporate, just to kind of get counselors and kids involved and have a closer bond.
You have to be very creative to come
Yes,
up with all of this.
exactly. Yeah, you have to, but it's fun.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Now, in years past, is there a favorite activity that the kids just absolutely love that you have to incorporate every year?
Well, for our 4th through 6th graders, whitewater rafting. We have been doing that for years, and a lot of kids wonder, okay, is it, because we usually do it the second to last week or the last week. So a lot of parents make sure that their kids go to that week so that they can do whitewater rafting. But there's never really been a set activity because we have our counselors do so many different things, but usually it's just the field trips that they look forward to and swimming time.
I was going to say, the pool
Yeah.
time must be very popular.
Very, very popular.
Now, any idea how many kids you're expecting this summer?
Well, we usually top out at 60 per week, so that's 20 per group. But we can give or take a couple more just because we do have extra help this year. So we can kind of bump up the capacity a little bit. But we usually look around 60 per week. And usually, of course, 4th of July week, we take more just because we know a lot of grandparents have their grandkids come in.
Definitely.
So,
So is that the busiest week of the summer, 4th of July?
Usually.
It's a pretty hopping time up here in
Yes.
the high country,
Yes.
definitely.
Exactly.
Now, what would you say is the main thing that you guys are trying to provide for these kids during the summer?
Something to do outside, just keeping them outside, because lately, a lot of technology has taken over. And you see kids on iPhones all the time and iPads, and it gives them that opportunity to just be outside and do a lot of things that we used to do when we were kids, be outside all the time.
Right.
Because I remember being outside all the time when I was younger. So we try to keep them outside as much as possible and just to, experience nature and just have fun with your friends that live next door, because again, technology can take that away.
Absolutely.
So that's what we try to provide and do for them.
Sounds like so much fun. I'm telling you, I wish I was a kid again. I never went to
too.
camp as a kid. I feel like I really
I
missed
did,
out.
but me too. I wish I was a kid still.
Now, what are the hours for camp every day?
We go from 9 to 5.
Okay.
But we do have somebody there at 7:30, so just in case for early drop-off. And all day long and until 5 o'clock. And, we give the parents from 4:30 to 5:30 to come pick them up. And it's a fun time.
I'm thinking you guys are probably pretty tired at the end of one of these days.
Usually.
Yeah.
Usually.
The kids are probably pretty tired too, which I'm sure
Yes.
the parents appreciate.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Well, it sounds great. Remind us one more time how to register if people are interested in registering.
You can go to townofblowingrock.com and look at the right side of the screen. It should have announcements that say Summer Day Camp Registration, or SDC. Or you can also print off the application online and send it in, fax it in, or bring it in. And then you can also come by our office and pick up an application and hang out with us for a little bit while you fill out the application.
Join, go to the pool, do all that good stuff.
Yes.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for coming in to talk with us
Very
today.
welcome. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And don't forget to register for Summer Day
Yes.
Camp. Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes.
And we will be back right after these messages with more of the Mountain Television Network.